morning. Now let's get straight into some headlines on the Vanguard newspaper. We begin with this one. It says, Tinubu to youths, protest needless. I'm addressing your grievances. Those who led 2012 protest are trying to stifle people's right. Atiku. Dangote NNPC Limited feud worrisome. Obi Adesina Otedola. Shelve proposed nationwide protest. IG tells organizers. So everybody, Democracy and the People's Role 10 by Afe Babalola. And this one says amicable agreement on minimum wage. All of those headlines you would find on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And let's see what we have on the Daily Trust newspaper as well. In the meantime, on Facebook, it is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. We are streaming live, so you can participate, watch, and listen to us at the same time from anywhere you are in the world. And the interesting part is, beyond watching and listening, you can drop your comments real time. Again, I would encourage that you keep the comments very short and simple. It's a live stream, so it means if it's too long before we get to read it, it could be overtaken by other comments. All right, so please, let's help me help you make this interesting. Angela says, good morning. Minister of Information should not add to my anger this morning. It's just obvious that he doesn't have an inkling of what the masses are going through. Peaceful demonstration is a right of the people. Makes a lot of sense. So whether you are working on them or not, if they say they want to still protest, you can't stop them. You can plead with them, but if they refuse to, you just have to allow them because it's their right. Tinubu protest needful at this moment. This is Sunday Aswa. Lorenzo Delight says federal government should be more concerned about fixing our economy and not protesters. The lady that threw a baby into the manhole should be apprehended for adequate punishment. This person says he's watching from the sea. You didn't stay with the sea or Pacific or Nimengoka will be Ayofori. Okay, Gifting Sirim says whether President Tinubu and Inspector General like it or not, the protest will hold. Enough is enough. Anunobi Kachikesi said US DSS director resigns. I told us yesterday that he was going to resign. If it was here, he would stay in office to fight those calling for his resignation. Thank God Ability says nationwide protest. SGF minister hold emergency meeting today. Federal government should do the needful to save Nigeria from dying. Comrade Iceberg says protest needless. Tinubu to organizers. How can you beat a child and ask him not to cry? Clever Sonny says no going back on planned nationwide protest because hardship in Nigeria as we speak is unbearable. Stephen Igbiki says U.S. Secret Service resigned. Wow, this is as failure to secure Donald Trump's, which may give fear to the forthcoming November presidential election. King Boy, good morning. Protest is the people's right. No one should stop it. So, right, I think so far you guys are doing a fantastic job keeping your messages very straight to the point. Thank you. Comrade Sobi says, in your in-house news, President Tinubu said they should shelve the protest. I think it's laughable. Dandison says the protest will continue. The youths will stand for their rights. That's Dandison Unzokuba. All right, keep the messages coming in. Now, importantly, don't forget to click on the share button on Facebook. So when you get on the live stream, you drop your comments, watch, listen. Please remember to also click on the share button. Thank you very much. York's Band says no need for protest. Tinubu tells Nigerians, wow, this is interesting. Someone with a PhD in protest in Nigeria is telling Nigerians not to protest. All right. Let us go to the Daily Trust and touch on a few headlines. Shetima commissions solar power projects in Jigawa. Ripples over proposed inclusion of foreigners in Nigeria's NIN registration. And then this one says Wike vows to complete abandoned Apokashi Road in 6 months. That's in Abuja. Let's see what we have on the Punch newspaper quickly as well before we get on to the phone lines. The WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416. The numbers to call are 0817-923-0007. Nationwide protest. SGF ministers hold emergency meeting today. Federal government votes 2 trillion naira for Lagos Calabar others. WAEC officials detained for challenging reps probe. Labour plans talks with governors as National Assembly okays 70,000 naira minimum wage. Crime rates dropping, internal security improving, says IG. All of those you would find on the Punch newspaper. 0817 923 0002. Let's also keep it very short, direct to the point, and simple. Leighton Barry from Bori, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Ifemi Andrew.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, let me look at the plan, federal government plan to have emergency meeting over the planned protest. Yes, I think the federal government needs to do the needful as it stands, because I see that Nigerians are very unhappy with the situation in the country. And so they have the opportunity now within the propose to have this protest to ensure that they put a lot of things in place to avoid that protest. Secondly, those protesters, I want to advise them to also look at the issue of labor in this country, because labor has the opportunity to put a lot of things in place, but they are failed us. Labor is responsible for why a lot of people are going for protest now, because there are some protests you will do that does not involve people going on the street and all that. But Labour have this opportunity and they fail the people. Lastly, the good news who said they will resist any attempts to arrest CTC or caretaker in the states, said they will resist. I think for him, he has failed to understand what we call the rule of law, because the Supreme Court has...
All right, Leighton Barry, your point has been made. We have to move on. We don't have all the time. Thank you. Clinton is in Bori. Good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, Clinton.
Yeah, the protest for me is timely, given the fact that Labour have gotten what they wanted for their own workers, neglecting the greater population of Nigerians, the need to fix our refineries, to reduce cost of governance, as well as looking at cost of education. I think that Nigerians have the right to protest. The federal government must look at the education sector and look at ways that it can improve it and also reduce the cost. Then, coming back to Ogoniland, I think what Douglas Fabeke did to petition the MT of NNPC is a very good one. Now, rumors are flying around that monies have exchanged have passed through hands. Yes, let's know if these rumors are true or they are false, so that we can now make progress. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Dakuku from Ichie, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Femi Andrew. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Go on.
Dakuku from Ichie. Let me go to the federal government to hold meeting to stop because of the protest. Are they holding meeting for the protest? 1 year now, and Nigeria are hungry. People cannot get food every day. Look at most of things. People in Nigeria is not in one. You will see a lot of ground for this country, but people have hold themselves. What are they holding meeting? Let's allow Nigeria to send their petition, healing. Because this is happening for Kenya. The president has sacked all his cabinet, but here they say the president will resign. People should resign with the cabinet. Let Nigeria, let the people who are leaders fix this country very well, because they are not the leader. This cannot be happening. Look at the fuel. They promised refinery. Nothing is working. Nothing is working in this country. Not the people are dying for hunger. They are telling us they want to hold meeting. Meeting for what? What are they holding meeting? Look at what the people is saying. It's truth. Those who want to tell the president are enemy of this country. These people are the enemy of this country. They are for their own.
All right, Dakuku, thank you. Gift in Yenegua. Good morning. Thank you, Dakuku. Let's get on to Gift now. Good morning.
Andrew, my brother. Good morning.
Yep, go on.
Let me address the person that talked about resisting police from Obiakpo. Let me put it to that person this morning, and straight and forward. He cannot stop police from doing their job. I put it to him this morning. He cannot resist police. Illegal body, the highest court of the land, have said you're known to law, caretaker, whatsoever name, and you said police. If the need be, police will do the very arrest. And you cannot resist police from arresting somebody who is unknown, that Supreme Court and even in the Nigerian Constitution talk about democratically elected, then ordained by Supreme Court, and you are telling me resist where? What kind of power do you think you have? Tell me the type of power. You cannot stop police from doing their job. Okay, right now, you should go and resist them from taking them out of the headquarters. And let me talk about the protest. In St. Andrew, we have Bayelsa here, Doyetiri is our governor. Sim Fobara is our governor in the state. What are they doing? Do you know how much recently they disbursed money that came in the name of COVID-19? Some of the states 20 billion, some of the states 40 billion. And this president has been sending money and grains to these states. What are they doing? The lands belong to states, not federal government. We don't want to tell these our governors the truth. They are just demigods.
All right, Temple in Eche. Let's go to Eche now. Thank you, Gift. Temple, good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished Nigerians.
All right, Temple, go on.
Yes. In as much as I'm concerned, this issue of protest, if we must tell ourselves the truth, the government, are they not aware that there is a lot of hardship, poverty in the land? And must they always wait for people to begin to agitate, to protest before they tell they are on top of the situation? Since May 2020, Mr. President has been on top of the situation. And on top of the situation he has even gotten worse. So if the people see this need to express their displeasure as far as the policies of this program of this government is concerned, I don't think it's a bad idea. But at the same time, the very distinguished Ifemi, if we must at all times, talk about the rule of law and those who are doing the needful and are not, between Martins Amaewhule and the city chairman, who is supposed to be arrested? Martins Amaewhule, who is not known to law, calling on the arrest of CDC chairman. Come to Eche here, we have Barrister John Ongubo Otamwi. He's ensuring that the needful is done. Okay, look at yesterday. The government talking about the local government chairman to work with teenagers to end the illegal test or test. Where the chairman of Eche has constituted this committee, and the committee is on top of the situation, looking the cronies and corners of Eche, ensuring that every illegal bunkering is put to a standstill, ensuring that every illegal mining that even trying to destabilize our environment. I see the very distinguished and if we must at all times respect the rule of law.
Temple, thank you very much. It's over now to Stanley Nelele. Thank you, Temple. Stanley, good morning.
Ifemi, good morning.
You're welcome.
Ifemi, I want to comment on your in-house news where one good news is saying that if Chijioke is being arrested, that will protest. Ifemi, it's obvious that River State is gradually turning into a banana republic. If not, you won't tell me that the second highest court in this country, the appeal court, gave a verdict, declaring all Okojombo did, which include the screening and commission of the caretaker chairman in this state. They declared it nullity. Supreme Court declared caretaker unconstitutional in this country. Go to other states like Osun State, caretaker chairman, they are resigning. Come to River State, where these same people who celebrated the judgment of the Supreme Court that declared the victory or affirmed the victory of the governor, they went all the 23 states celebrating that judgment. The same people today are flattening the same Supreme Court judgment, appeal court judgment. I'm telling good news, Amadi, this morning that if they go ahead, if Chijioke is being arrested and they go ahead and protest, we will also counter their protest.
All right, thank you very much. Let's get on to next caller, Emeka from Moha. Emeka, good morning.
Yes, good morning, my brother. Nobody on earth can stop protest. It's a concern. That is the only way we can people can express their feeling. Look at the West Road from Okube from Bayelsa to Port Harcourt now. You will not take it 3 hours to reach to Port Harcourt. Look at the final. They say it will be an operational. Up to now, no way. People are dying of hunger. So you are telling people now they should put their hand and you are trying to be with their family. They are fair. Can't work in this country. Enough is enough. We cannot put hand and watch them again. They have been deceiving us a very long time. telling us different stories. People are hungry. A drink of Garena is almost 80,000. Fuel is going to 1,000 per liter. So what are we to in Nigeria? And then I want to use this opportunity also to commend the caretaker committee chairman of Emoka local government for coming to restore life in Emoka. Thank you very much.
All right, Emeka, thank you very much. We still will take at least one or two more calls. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. The numbers that you can call to join the conversation. Daniel Omute says, please, the president should allow citizens of this country breathe, bring down the price of PMS so that the prices of goods will reduce to benefit the masses. Also, Francis Inamani says, the federal government should do everything possible to implement the 2014 confab as a panacea towards addressing numerous challenges facing the country. America Monday says, everyone has a right to protest, but I join hands with the federal government to plead with the organizers of the protest to take Mr. President by his words and suspend the planned nationwide protest to see if the government will fix the economy. That's from Emilka Monday on Facebook. There's still many more on Facebook. If you are also on X, you can go join us. We're streaming live on X at Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info PH. Again, the handle on X, Nigeria Info PH. Odinakachi says the federal government should address the rate of hunger in the land by reversing electricity tariff bill, reduction of fuel price, and opening of land borders. Okudili says the president to youth protest is meaningless. So protest is now meaningless. But the president protested against the administration of Goodluck Jonathan. Let's see what we have on X. We could take a few of your comments here before we wrap it up. If you haven't joined on X, it is Nigeria Info PH. That's the handle on X. So we'll take some of your comments there. At that_Isoko_guy says, the president says measures have been put in place to handle the issues in the country. Yet, dollar is over 1,600. Petrol in Port Harcourt is over 800 naira. How? At Onyeze Melody says, tell the president that the protest is needful, more needful than the one he led in 2012. Hunger doesn't understand grammar. We learned the protest from him. Another one on X at skillful_Piro says, protest against economic hardship in Nigeria likely to be hijacked. UN warns. Who told UN that the protest will be hijacked? UN is part of Nigeria's problem. They know what they are benefiting from us. Okay. We have to wrap it up here and take a commercial. Business news follows afterwards. Good morning.
Nigeria Info will be right back.